you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Hello everyone. How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all so much. Sorry about that. Into who? I wanted to come back and it's late, I know. But I wanted to come back and finish up this web sleuth interview because we've been on it for a long time. So that way we can move on to some other content as well. I need snacks. Snacks. Justin, even just listening to your intro makes my heart happy. You are a beautiful soul. I want you to know that you help me every day sending. Oh, Joe, that warms my heart, Joe. I love getting comments like that from you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. That's amazing. Thank you. Really. Very sweet. Very sweet. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Very generous. Such a sweet comment. Really appreciate it. I'm totally well, honey, you need to go to the grocery store. We got to go to the grocery store. 15 snacks because he's 15 snacks. Well, I mean, actually, probably Katie could say it better than me.
Snacks, because, you know, he's 15 and snacks. Snacks, because, you know, he's 15 and snacks. Snacks, because, you know, he's 15 and snacks.
Snacks. Snacks. All righty. So I want to finish up this deep dive into the web sleuths. What a cast of characters. Hey Sharon, how are you? So what we are looking for is statements that Chris or Katie, but I think it's just Chris on this one. And most of you have probably Tar, you are late. You are late. Tar Heel for life to the office, please. Tar Heel for life to the office. Thank you. Actually, I'll give you an excuse because you're in the hospital. I'll give you an excuse. Now I'm craving potato chips with dip. Oh, how about that? How about that? So what we're looking for is statements that Chris is saying. And what I do is I write them down. We're compiling a list from each interview. And then I want to make a video of everything that is of any significance on these interviews. And then I'll make a spreadsheet as well. And then we will sort them out after that. We're going to make it crystal clear for Christopher, for the one and only
Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Grace!
for Christopher. That annoying chicken, I love it. I love the annoying chicken. That would be a long video. It's going to be probably going to be a long video. It's been a long series. It's been a long series, Thomas. It sure has, but we are going to compare these and get them started. How many thumbs up do we have, mods? Come on, people, please hit that thumbs up. Come on, please. Greatly appreciate it.
Like that. Just short of it.
Stacy, I believe Seth is here.
Yeah, I got it.
Seth, I am so glad that you are here, my dear. Thank you very much. Seth, what would you like to say now?
Hey,
I got a few questions to ask Chris.
Okay.
Hit him.
Can you hear me?
You can, yes, he can hear you.
Hey, Chris. So why did you texted me the other day about something?
Okay, now this is where Seth comes up and it's going to get rocky from here on out. It's going to get rocky here on out. Adriana Kessler to the office, please. Adriana Kessler to the office, please. Adriana Kessler to the office, please. You're being paged. Late slip for Adriana Kessler. Late
Then I'd
slip.
already sent Katie an email.
Say it. All right. Say it one more time. All I heard was something about an email sent.
Why did you text me about an email I sent on Monday to Katie?
Because I didn't see the information in what you're referring to as Tony
Me.
Mathis's phone number. I didn't see it.
Please.
So that's why I asked for it.
I mean, come on, Chris. If we're going to work together, more than a week communication between the
Seth?
people that I'm sending stuff to you and Katie.
Okay, so hear me out.
I'll be honest with you. I think the best group that he ever had was the PIs. I know that some people didn't care for one of them, but
I told you.
overall, I think they were the best, better than Tony.
Okay.
I mean, Tony's believing TikTok people.
Okay.
I told
Let's
you,
not come
Seth,
into
we will
hot,
work
okay?
together.
All right.
I explained to you I'm willing to work with you. You asked me some questions in regard to this dog handler. You asked me questions in regards to going on a social media platform. You've asked me questions about hiring a PR person that will speak for all of us and keep everybody off of these platforms. That's what you asked. Now, if you think I'm not going to do my homework and dig into people and find out who they are first, you're crazy. Because I would expect you to do the exact same thing if I gave you a name.
I don't know what's going on, but did that solve it? I hope.
Oh,
Seth?
is Seth gone? It looks like he's
Uh-oh. I think, wait, is this Seth? Did Seth jump off? Let's see. We've got me, Stacy.
Yeah. How about
Like
I'll get off the panel. I'm sure that'll make a lot of people in the chat happy. But I just wanted
Oh, stop it.
I just wanted to say that, you know, I understand what I've seen. What I've
Yes,
seen
it
from
would.
the
Get off.
beginning is
Get
that
off.
there was sides chosen. Now I know you're saying because of this and because of that, but it was Seth good, Proudfoots bad, and everybody has been in those camps, and they never really got a chance to breathe, and that's probably why Katie went to be with him, because she probably was scared to stay at home by herself, given these lunatics like JLR and et cetera running around chanting and screaming. It's insane.
Oh, I agree. It's horrible.
That's what I think. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
it should not be that way.
That's just kind of where I'm coming from. I appreciate communicating with him. We've had
Hey, Gray.
Bye, Grant.
You know, I think up in his area, he doesn't have like the greatest signal because a lot of times when we talk, his
You know what?
phone, he will drop.
Do you want to ask him if he wants to call me rather than go on the internet? Just call me. It'll.
Cell signal up there is not the greatest.
Oh. Heather, if you want to give him, he can call. So, hey guys, I don't want to talk about other creators in chat. Yeah, let's
get to our next question.
Okay, because I just wrote some things down. Have you had, and I may have asked this and I forgot, Chris, my mind is sometimes mush. Have you had search dogs inside the house and outside?
Yes, ma'am, I have. Yes, I sure have.
And what did the
Search dog
dogs
inside
hit
the house.
outside?
So, as you know, if anybody has followed Mr. Gray's, what he was talking about, the dog and the trail and the scent and the overlay on the picture. So, they're anywhere from 13 to 18 different dogs.
Okay, 13 to 18.
Have been involved in this search.
Mhm.
Now, on day one, there was 5 dogs. 5. There's an audio dispatch.
Hold on. We need to do this. Okay. 13 to 18 different dogs. 5 dogs. There was
5 dogs. 5. There's an audio dispatch tape that's been released. I don't know who released it. Whatever, I don't have it, but you'd have to dig it and find it. In that audio tape, you actually hear that the deputy sheriff does state that the dog hints toward a scent. and takes over off to the retention pond and the construction site next door.
Okay.
Okay. Here that the deputy sheriff states that the dogs hits toward the scent.
Takes over off to the retention pond and the construction site next door.
Okay.
Now, other dogs did the exact same thing. Now, am I going to say every single dog? No, but I do know of at least 3 dogs that went on the same scent trail, same path. The rest of the dogs, I'm not going to tell you that they are 100% honest and perfect and accurate, because
Sure.
honestly, dogs are only probably 25% reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is bullcrap. Saying that dogs are only 25% reliable. I don't know where in the life he got that. 25% reliable. Chris says that search dogs are only 25% reliable. If they was just 25% reliable, they would never ever use a search dog. That would be more times than not, right? They wouldn't spend so much money, time, energy, training for a dog to be 25% right. What the hell is he thinking? When I first heard him say that, the dogs, I said, what the fuck? I think that's what he would like them to be, maybe, is 25% right.
Comes to a scent.
Okay.
When it comes to a scent. Okay, I need to write that down. When it comes to a scent. He's so
Now,
full of it.
8 days. I've had dogs in
Yes,
my house
board.
the first 8 days. In my
Yes, they have to pass
house, outside
test
my house,
too.
around my house, around the
Mhm.
neighborhood. So yeah.
So they've been there, and yeah, so they did, you're saying they did hit and they all went to that pond.
No, I
No?
didn't say all that. I just told you I've had 13 to 18 dogs in my house and around my house.
Mm-hmm.
I told
Okay. 13 to 18 dogs. Chris says he's had 13 to 18 dogs inside and around his house. Searching. Okay.
you 3 different dogs hit on the same path that go to that retention pond.
Right.
Okay. 3 different dogs. Chris states 3 different dogs hit on the retention pond. What is that?
I'm
That's
not going
my-
to say that every other dog.
Not every dog, but some dogs hit. Okay.
Right. So, but I want this to be crystal clear.
Crystal.
Okay.
So when people say
Crystal.
every dog, that is not the case. 3 dogs went on the same path.
Okay.
That is all that we have on that. The rest of these dogs go in different directions, but it's all unreliable.
Understood. We do have a question from Michelle. Chris, was Ellie able to go in and search the cave they said had collapsed about 10 feet in? I haven't heard this.
Okay, so Ken Widener is the EMA director for some.
I apologize, Mally Cat. Thank you so very much, my dear. Thank you, love. Oh, I need to show you my pictures of my kitties too. Thank you so much, my lovies. Appreciate you.
County. They called in all kinds of stuff, got layouts of every, like, where these caves were. I don't believe, and I'm not telling you by the gospel,
Absolutely,
Mhm.
I
Lisa.
don't believe they were able to get into certain caves because they were not safe to enter.
Okay.
The one that she is referring to that collapsed, Honestly, we know that the one collapsed. But we don't believe they had anything to it.
Got it.
Reptile. Where is this? Seth was at work from 6 p.m. So by the time the dogs, or sorry, not by the time Sebastian was at having dinner to from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. he worked 12 hours. So he was at work. He was inside of a jail whenever that happened. Whenever Sebastian went missing.
Got it. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get my notes. I was taking notes while we were talking.
Right.
Let's see here. Hold on. So people have been asking, and this I don't mean to sound insulting, but people are asking, are you searching? Are you putting up flyers? That's what they're asking.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Okay. Chris says he's searching. Okay.
Yes, and here's why they're asking that question. No, you're not going to find pictures of us out there doing this.
Because, in my opinion, they're not searching. He said, Chris states, no, you're not going to find pictures of us out there searching. Okay, but if he was out searching, wouldn't someone take a picture of him? Don't you think?
Mhm.
And the excuse used to be, well, I gotta work and I gotta sleep
It's real
sometimes.
simple. We, all three parents, initially were told in the beginning not to go out and search them. We needed to be available to talk to law enforcement.
Okay, you were to stay home. And you can't, you're not home 3.5 hours away, number one. And to talk to law enforcement, you can talk to them anywhere, right? Or if they need to talk to you in person, 3.5 hours away isn't really necessary either, especially for Katie.
Yeah.
Seth has been out there searching and doing his thing. He's had a bunch of people following him, whether or not he chose that or they
don't go search, stay home, so they leave. Right.
These people decided to do it on their own accord. That's not for me to say. But Katie and I, are not going to have some big
bingo. That was the first 3 days while it was possible Sebastian could walk in the door.
Massive search party following us around with a bunch of people that were already threatened death threats, by the way, to us. You know, I'm not doing that.
You know, I'm telling you, all of the Chris, Katie, all these creators saying they're getting death threats and everything else. I have not seen one of them produce anything. Not one of them. None of them. Sorry, haven't heard. I've not seen one.
If you were in my shoes, you'd do the same thing. You listen to law enforcement. You do what they tell you to do. Yes, we're out there putting up signs. Yes, we're out there putting up flyers. Yes, we are searching.
Yes, putting up flyers.
Chris, I'm
yes,
sorry. Did you just say you guys are getting death threats?
Yes, we've been getting death threats. And they have been reported to the TBI. Everything gets forwarded, screenshot, and sent straight to them.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, everyone. I have Seth on my phone, on my JVL speaker.
All right.
Seth, I want to give you a chance
Buttercups.
to
It's
talk
about to get
uninterrupted. So please, go ahead.
All right. Mainly, Chris,
Right, Kimchi?
the communication needs to be a little bit more prompt. If I send you an email on Monday and Tuesday. I'm not willing to wait a week to get a response back.
At least I agree.
I mean, that's unacceptable when we're trying to find Sebastian, buddy.
They took down the posters that they had on their cars. That's not even on their cars anymore. Why would you take down the photos of Sebastian on your cars? Exactly. Putting up flyers, okay, but took down the ones off your cars. Bingo. Exactly.
I understand what you're saying.
Early on.
I respect that. But when it comes to you asking people to come into my house on my property, who I don't know Adam from Eve, and I
Right.
really don't care what certification, who can vouch for these people, I don't care. I'm going to do exactly what I have always been doing. You send that to me,
Okay,
we're going to
well,
review it, and then we're going to send it to
I'm
law
going to interrupt you,
enforcement.
Chris.
Let
Okay.
law enforcement go that route,
The
and then when law
spokesperson
enforcement comes,
for us doesn't
Hold on.
need to be on your property.
Hold
see,
on,
this
Chris.
is
Chris, hold on one second. Hold on. Seth, what did you say?
I said the person to be our spokesman to speak for all three of us doesn't need to be on your property.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
Chris.
yeah,
You're
you
correct.
have
Yeah, they searched inside of a Harley dealership, which the very first time they said that they went to the Harley dealership, people was wondering where they were at. They said they went to the Harley dealership. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. We had someone go there and ask them. They didn't know. They looked like we had two heads. Didn't know what we were talking about. They said no, they weren't here, and there wasn't an event, and we don't even have a poster of Sebastian. Exactly.
You are
spoken
very correct.
to him
I have spoken to him,
when
and I'm going to make this public. I am back working, and I have work hours. I also have to sleep, and unfortunately, I'm on the opposite schedule of you. So respect that.
So respect that. Chris. He apparently, is he working still, because he stays up for hours at night?
I will do what I
When did you
can
speak
as
with
I
him,
can
Chris?
when I can.
I'm sorry, Seth, go ahead.
when did you speak with him, Chris?
What does that got to do with finding Sebastian?
If he's going to be our spokesperson, I was just asking when you spoke with him.
I haven't come up with an answer yet. We've spoke with him. We told him we'll get back with him after we've done some consideration and talking with law enforcement. We'll get back to him, and we'll let him know our decision.
Bet you they never
So,
got back with him.
I know you're on board with that. I do. I mean, I know you're 1,000% on board with Mr. Mathis. I got that. I'm not taking that away from you.
So, Chris, I understand like every marriage is different, and husband-wife aspect. You seem very protective of Katie and her having conversations with or without you. But like I said before you came on, I do believe that Katie is the one who, and I'm not saying it's because she knows what happened to Sebastian, but she was the last person that was with him. And so she does hold the most information, at least up until the point that he went
Buckle up.
missing.
What information do you think she holds?
Well, I'm going to get to that.
Well, then do me a favor. Let's just get to it.
Okay.
Don't pour
So-
gravy on the mashed potatoes. Just serve the stuff up.
Chris, I'm really trying to be respectful, and this is a very
I am too. So
conversation.
please just get to it.
Okay.
No,
So
you're
we would
interrupting.
really love to hear from Katie about his body language that day. We've heard from others who are not necessarily good sources about his body language at the bowling alley and his body language here and there. And so we're just really trying to pick up on Sebastian's mood, because it could help us understand what led to him walking away off the front porch out the front door.
Well, that is something that if she decides to answer, that's on her. But what I know is, even on video, Sebastian was having a great day. He was in a great mood. He got to go to BJ's. He had a colossal
Okay.
popcorn. He hung out with.
All right, so here we go. All right, so he says,
If she decides to answer, that's on her. But what I know is, even on video, Sebastian was having.
okay, even on video, that's important, Chris. Even on video. So that was, they must have seen that on the
a
video.
great day. He was in a great mood.
Okay, Sebastian had a great day. He was in a great mood.
He got to go to BJ's. He had a colossal pop.
He got to go to BJ's. He got to go BJ's. He had a colossal popcorn. Is that what they're called? Colossal popcorns? Or did Katie just make that up?
Popcorn. He hung out with family. He went and played video games at Strike and.
Okay, he hung out with family. He hung out with family. He got to play.
Spare. After that, he went
What?
played video games at Strike and Spare.
Strike and Spare. Video games at Strike and Spare. I guess that's the bowling place.
After that, he went and had dinner at Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. He ate his whole meal. I mean, it.
Okay. After that, he went and had dinner at Roadhouse. After that, he went and had dinner at, what do you say, the Roadhouse, and ate his whole meal.
Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. He ate his whole meal. I mean, it. I mean, everything in the video, even the videos that Seth has seen, he doesn't show any negative signs of he's upset or anything
Doesn't
like
show
that. As
any
far as
negative
we all
signs.
know, Sebastian had a great day.
No, I mean, it sounds like a really great day. I mean,
Do you hear the way he sounds? Sebastian had a great day. His voice changed really.
Sebastian had a great day. As far as we all know, Sebastian had a great day.
It's weird.
no, I mean, it sounds like a really great day. I mean, they did a lot. I was just curious, and like I said, I mean, every relationship is
Weird the way he
different, and
says
you're
it.
protective of Katie and who she communicates without you. And I think
Katie,
Let Katie speak. Katie, this is your son. Speak. Speak.
that
for the
I
record,
think that has
but
been a
for the
little bit
record,
difficult.
but right, hold on a second. But for the record, Katie can speak when she so chooses,
Yep.
and she's done interviews
Bullshit.
without me.
No, I'm not talking about interviews.
Okay. Chris. Katie can speak when she so chooses.
But she spoke without me.
Once.
Okay.
Which they wasn't going to do anything deep. It was television.
I want to clear up something that Chris.
Listen, let's be real. Television, you don't go deep with questions like you do on social media. It's just the truth. They don't go deep. It's the truth.
Chris said about Sebastian going to live with Seth. And Chris, you may ask, what does this have to do with Sebastian missing? It's all part of the narrative. It could mean he ran away. And that is, Chris, did you not say that he was not looking forward to going to live with his father?
Yes, I did state that.
Seth, did you know this?
Nope.
Chris, do you want to
And
elaborate?
I'll tell you why.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, Seth says he didn't. Okay, Seth says he didn't know Sebastian didn't want to come live with him. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I will be
Glad.
glad to elaborate.
Become a question.
Hold on, Chris, hold on. I'm sorry, Seth, start over. And then Chris, we'll go to you. Seth, go ahead.
But I know why I was putting him in online school. He needed his therapy to actually have been started with ABA.
Okay. All right. So Seth says that the reason he needed homeschooled was because of, what is it? ADA? ABA? What's ABA?
So on and so forth before I put him back into the situation because he's not ready for certain things.
Okay. So he was
So-
going to go.
I'm not going to set my son up for failure. I want my son to succeed.
He was going to homeschool until he was ready to go back to regular school. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. And it's not really homeschool. I mean, it's just online school.
Okay. Online, right? Online school. That's a better term. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said
Through
homeschool. Right, online
Yeah.
school, totally different.
Thank
Really
you.
quick, Chris, the day that they had on Sunday with the spaghetti pancakes and bragging to family and BJ's and Texas Roadhouse.
I absolutely think whatever happened on Sunday evening. The way Case states the day, she got up, she made fun facts, she made spaghetti pancakes. You know, they were he was talking, bragging to family. They went to BJ's, all of this stuff. I absolutely believe everything happened on Sunday evening.
And bowling and all of these, like, it sounds like the best day ever. Was that like a normal weekend for them, or was it like, I don't know, was that like their normal weekend?
Right. Well, do me a favor. Let's pause that question because you just diverted away from what she asked, and let's clear this out.
Okay, go
'Cause
ahead,
we
Chris.
want the facts. Let's get the facts straight.
Okay,
So yes, I did tell you Sebastian was not excited about going to his father's house because online school.
online
Seth
school.
was aware of this because Seth stood in my house with me, Katie, and Sebastian in my kitchen and had this conversation where Seth asked his son about, you don't want to go to online school? And Sebastian's retort was, no, I don't. But
Okay.
I don't really care about playing tit for tat. I understand that
Not
this
tit for
may
tat,
be a reason why he wanted to run away, so to speak, if that's the case.
Right.
But we're not going into this. We're not going to play this tit for tat
Now,
on social media. We're not doing this.
Okay, Seth, go ahead.
Chris, unbeknownst to you, had already talked to Sebastian. He knew this wouldn't be a permanent.
Okay, very important. Seth says that unbeknownst to Chris and Katie, I'm supposing, he had already talked to Sebastian about the homeschool would be temporary. Chris is about to lose it.
That thing. And
He's
me and him
about
had
to
already spoke.
Well, that right there
after
is a
the conversation,
conversation
and
you
you're
should have
just
had with
we had
Katie and
already
myself
discussed.
about what your plans were.
I'm sorry. Do you want?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
What Seth was saying is that if I had known the conversation that him and Sebastian had, then I would know the whole thing. But the downside is that's where Seth should have had that same conversation with me and Katie, and that didn't happen. But this goes right back to here's the thing. If you're saying that because he didn't want to go live with his dad, he potentially ran away, is that a possibility? Sure, we'll put that out there.
Okay.
But quite honestly, what goes on between Seth, me, his mom, and our households is none of the public's business. If it had something to do with his disappearance, I would understand that, but it doesn't.
How do you
Well, we don't know
know?
that.
How do you?
Well, I understand that. That's why we're making this clear.
And that's
How does he know that? How does he know? How does he know that Sebastian didn't run away for that?
why I asked about his day, because I
Let's
didn't
go back
know.
to the day. Okay, go
I
ahead,
didn't
my dear.
know. Okay, so Chris, you don't know me very well. I have 2 decades of experience working with autistic children in different capacities. So I do understand they are all different. I do understand that that day may have been very overstimulating for him. So that's why I was asking if that was a normal day for him. And if it wasn't, that just gives me more information that maybe he was.
Because I believe Chris is in total control. I believed he was in total control of Seth, Sebastian, and Katie. I absolutely believe that. He was the alpha. That was it.
Very overstimulated that day.
Chris?
All right, so one more time, I'm so sorry.
I was just saying, in my experience with autistic children, obviously they're all different. But if this was not a normal day for Sebastian on Sunday when he went and did all of these things, and it sounds like he was gone from home for a while, if this wasn't a normal day for him, would this have been an overstimulating day for him? Is this something normal? Does he normally go to BJ's and bowling and all of these things on a weekend? Or was this kind of like a special thing? And if it was a special thing, what caused it to be special? Was there an occasion?
If it was a special thing, a mother and a son bonding and just having a good time.
I'm not being ugly at all.
I'm not. I'm making the
is this a normal day for them?
He's such a
on a weekend?
sarcastic.
For them to do all
Our days fluctuate. Monday through.
Okay. Okay. Chris says days fluctuate. That have been a normal day for Sebastian. Okay.
Every Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else out there.
Oh! Did you hear that? I just caught that. Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else. What about Saturday and Sunday, Chris? What about Saturday and Sunday? How about that, y'all? Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else. What about Saturday and Sunday, Chris? Were you not working Sunday, Chris? How about that? And the neighbor said that Chris would come home during the weekend and would, make sure the house was all set up, anything needed fixed. Just caught that. He just said he didn't work on the weekend. He just said he did not work on the weekend. There we have it. There we have it. Bam.
And when the weekend comes, Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else out there. It's fluctuate. Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else out there.
Oh. Monday through Friday. Yep, yard work, power washing, all that. Monday through Friday. But not Saturday and Sunday. Not Saturday and Sunday. He has to go home for the weekend to get things done, but can't be around Sebastian. So that's the reason Katie took Sebastian out that evening. Boom shakalaka. Boom. It's determined Seth hadn't seen Sebastian for 6 weeks. That's not true. That is, I don't know why people say that is such a rumor. That is not true. Seth saw Sebastian Thursday. The Thursday before he went missing. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So when people say he hadn't seen Sebastian for 6 weeks, that is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Might have been Chris didn't see Sebastian.
And when the weekend comes, that's when you get a lot of stuff done.
Oh, he just told us there. He just told us there. He just told us right there. What I tell you. And on the weekend, that's when you get a lot of stuff done. And on the weekend, that's when you get a lot of stuff done. Yeah, Chris, you sure do. You sure do. He just said he didn't work on the fucking weekends. He just said it. He just said it. Boom. And on the weekends when you get a lot of stuff done. This is how you catch all the slip-ups. And the neighbor confirmed with us.
You go a lot of
that Chris came home on the weekends to get stuff done around the house, just like he said.
places, you do a lot of things. And a lot of times that's where, you go and spend time with your kids and do extra things. Sebastian,
Oh, okay. Chris. You go a lot of places, do a lot of things, and that's when you get to spend time with your kids. Oops.
Sebastian's not in sports like most kids, so we don't spend ball time at the ballpark.
Okay. Sebastian isn't in ball. So that's, what'd he say? Where you spend time. Where you spend time. Him. Boy, that's interesting, guys. We caught it.
You know, when Seth has Sebastian on the weekends, he goes and does fishing and things like that with Sebastian just as well.
Okay. Spend Chris says when Sebastian is with Seth on the weekends, he goes and does fishing and stuff with him just as well. It's a great catch, y'all. We got it.
I mean, Seth works long hours. I work long hours.
And
You
I'm
know,
not
I
saying
mean,
any of
but
that is
you gotta,
suspicious at all, Chris. I'm just asking if that was normal. Because if it wasn't normal and he was
He's, see how he's drawing this one question out? We do this, we do this, we do this. But he actually
overstimulated,
didn't do
that
himself
could be
any
a reason for
favor
him
here.
to have ran out of the house.
no, he was
Okay.
not overstimulated.
Okay, so that wasn't one of the possible reasons for him to leave.
Here's what I'll say. Everything is on the table. Nothing has been taken off the table. Period. That's the same statement law enforcement has made. That's the same statement I'm going to tell you
So
every
there's a
single day in and
possibility
day
that
out.
Katie gave my son to your mother and father. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Say it
Oh,
one more
God.
time.
Turn your earphones down, y'all. It's getting ready to get bad.
Do you not want to say that? But we can move on. So
No. I want to hear it.
There's a rumor out there, Chris,
That
that your mom and your dad have Sebastian. It's been brought up to me.
Seth, you know darn good and well, you got a question about my
I'm just
mother.
asking.
You pick up the
Did they
phone
take you
and
somewhere
you call.
to like a boot camp or anything like that? And Katie just thought I wouldn't accept it.
I don't think
Hold
Seth
on.
is being accusatory. I think he's just trying to clear up a bunch of BS that's been online.
Right, and I'm trying, and I'm telling you, if he's had this suspicion, he's got my mother's phone number. He can pick up the phone and call her. She is not afraid to
No,
answer any
Chris, I'm not
questions.
saying you. I don't want to talk to your mom. I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Katie.
Well, it's real
And I'm
simple,
just
Seth.
asking to put it to the rest.
You have seen the video footage of Seth
haven't.
on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room
No, I
with
haven't.
all the agents.
Okay. All right. Chris says Seth saw. He means Sebastian. He said Seth because he was mad. Sebastian on camera Sunday evening restaurant. Okay. Gotta make a new page. Okay.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room
Wait a
with
minute.
law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video when you want.
Okay. Chris screaming at Seth saying, so you weren't sitting in, what do you say, sitting
Sitting in a room
Wait a
with
minute.
law enforcement.
with law enforcement and district attorney. Okay. Sitting with law enforcement and district attorney.
The district attorney, when they showed you a video when you wanted proof of life.
When you wanted proof of life.
Saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday.
Saying you hadn't seen proof since Friday.
When you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me video proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse.
Okay. Seth. Chris, they showed me proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse.
On Sunday.
On a Sunday. Sunday night. You damn right.
Just
Sunday night.
Chris.
Seth, I got a problem with you sitting here making these accusations. Because if you got a problem with them,
He's not making accusations.
guess what?
Let's squash it.
I think we're just trying to talk things out, and I don't even know if this should be public, honestly.
Same.
Okay, here's all the public knowledge you need on this deal. Law enforcement has talked to my parents, my whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I don't think he said it was true. I think he's just trying to clarify.
He said
That's not clarifying. No, stop. No, stop.
It is clarifying it, Chris. What it is, he's asking you to clarify it. That's it. False or true. That's it. Clarify it. Let's get this out that it's not a rumor or it is a rumor. That's it.
Sitting here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here.
There you go.
Squashing the rumor.
Exactly.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
Okay. That's big. Okay. Chris says, Seth, you know my parents weren't with Katie on Sunday.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
No, you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were at their house on Sunday night. They
Okay. Chris, no, you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were Sunday night.
weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian.
They weren't near Katie or Sebastian.
And if you got a problem, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call her. Be an adult. Be a responsible adult. And just call her.
Chris. Can you hear me, Chris?
Oh, I can hear you.
Very good point, Thomas. He went missing Monday morning, Chris. He went missing Monday morning. That's very big. Why is Chris being so defensive about Sunday night? This is just another thing, guys. This is just another thing. Why are they being defensive about Sunday night? Why is Katie always talking about Sunday? We had a breakfast, everything was good. Remember, 12 to 6, that's Monday. That's Monday. Very good point, Thomas. Very good point. Oh, I think he's, yes. Oh, he's absolutely, Vivian, he's absolutely getting defensive about his mother being mentioned. But why is he saying, you know exactly where my mom was Sunday night? Why? Sebastian didn't go missing till Monday. But in my opinion, something happened between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Sunday. Was pissed off. Seth asked for proof of life since he last spoke to his son Thursday. Yep. Why is Chris so hot under the collar yelling at Seth? Is he guilty of Sebastian's disappearance? Sounds much like guilt to me. Well, how would Seth know where? He said it was a rumor. Well, he said people have said that you had Sebastian. Your mom and your dad had Sebastian. Why is it all about, you know damn well where my mom was Sunday night. We're talking about Monday here.
Because all I'm hearing is anger and attitude from you. What I'm trying
And you
to
should,
do
Seth. You should. Because what you're doing is bullshit and you know it.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
People are
alright,
talking
enough.
over each other.
Enough.
Seth, go, and then Chris, go. Please, Seth, and then Chris. Thank you.
Chris, a unified front squashes rumors together. That's all I am stating.
Okay, Chris.
This is a rumor floating around, and I would like us to squash it.
Yeah, I think that is a great rumor to try to squash. That one's on Facebook, and the rumor is actually that about your mom, her car being parked at like Worsham's and him getting in.
Okay, so here's the answer. The final answer to this.
It's not just an online rumor because people have driven up to me and personally spoken about this.
Okay,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, can I make the statement?
I wish
This is very simple.
Make your
This
official
conversation has nothing to do on social media. You want to have this conversation, Seth? You call me, you get Heather, you get Chloe on the phone.
That's fine.
Hell, I'll do you one better, and
Right.
I will get Bobby and Carter on the phone, and we'll all sit down and have this little fucking powwow.
You get Bobby and Carter and have a powwow, mother chicken.
We're not going to have a powwow like that, but I would
Well, then guess what?
the situation, and I would love for it to be private because I believe a lot of what is happening right now should not be public.
I
So
agree.
explain to me why you don't want Bobby and Carter involved.
I didn't say I didn't want Bobby and Carter involved. I
Yeah.
said I was referring to your tone, which is very angry.
Oh, I'm very pissed.
I know that. I think we just all need to take a breath because no one is accusing anyone of anything. We are trying to dispel
No,
things
this is a
because in
rumor.
turn, dispelling these things will
You're
take
so full of
some
shit.
of the BS off of you.
Whoa.
I'm going to make a Bobby and Carter meme. Just so you know, it's coming. Bobby and Carter's coming. Just so you know. Bobby and I'll get Bobby and Carter.
That was uncalled for.
By God.
And Chris, I mean, I do understand your anger, but
Mucho
I know these
grande
ladies.
mad.
I don't know Seth. I just know what I've seen. But these ladies are not full of shit.
Yes. Because he's a dick and he looks like a tater.
I didn't say they're full of shit. I was referring to Seth being full of shit with his comments.
Well, that doesn't help matters.
That.
No, it doesn't. So when you brought him on the show and he wants to start this shit, that isn't going to answer questions. It's going to spiral into the shit that's in. So we can set this shit aside and answer the questions that you got.
Okay. I would like to move on very quickly, but I will
Chris, you are not even helping my video be monetized with all the
say the
cussing.
public opinion is not going to improve unless we can take a deep breath.
That's exactly right.
And I
And-
know you are frustrated.
You have no idea what
I'm
I
not
am.
saying I know
You
how
don't.
frustrated you are, but I know you are frustrated. And I am not saying that's not valid, but this is not helping.
If it's
And-
not helping, then you shouldn't be talking about it on social media.
But
I'm
here's
trying
As
to
a PI,
No.
you should have said, you know what, we're not going to
No, Chris is not helping. Chris is not helping.
answer that
this.
question. We're going to do that privately. That's where that should
I
have
did
went.
say that actually several times.
You
And
did.
you can listen to that
Yeah.
recording later.
So let's move on to the next question.
I just got to say one thing.
Move on to the next.
You want the public's help. You want them
We need
to be
them.
behind both of you.
Yeah, we
And
need them to find Sebastian.
exactly. And it's a very good chance that somebody in the public
And
We'll find
that's
him.
my biggest frustration is that we all collectively
Yes,
have to
he's
deal
listening.
with
I
all of
guarantee you.
this
Yes, he is listening.
instead of focusing.
He is absolutely listening because the next day after I called him on that BS that he was talking about, well, we caught him where he was saying that the video would have picked it up if someone walked to the door. He's like, I've long stated that the video would not be picked up. We talked about it last night. He changed it. He's watching
Seeing
1,010%. If I ever knew.
Right, and it's a disadvantage to Sebastian. Really, it's sad because we're not any closer to finding him as long as we're all
Hell
arguing
no.
like those.
and mods in chat, you're removing these comments, I hope, because I've been removing some too. And we've got extra people, extra mods in chat. Anything rude that said, they're banned, they're gone.
Why is Chris getting so angry? I mean, look at Seth. Like, he's the one that should be angry, if anyone. But he's not the one always defending himself with anger like this. Chris it's all about defending himself and Katie, not about
Okay.
Sebastian.
So we'll get them out there as quickly as possible. And let me go through chat really quickly here to get some more questions here. You've been on here for many hours, and I so appreciate this. I really, really do. So,
Can Chris hear me?
yes, you can.
Can you, well, you can't throw us in a back room so me and him can talk real quick.
I wish I could. I wish I had that
Yep.
ability, but I don't.
Yep, they're on tour, defense tour. That's exactly what Don and Candace, exactly. They're on tour. And I call it their greatest hits. Their greatest hits. Same thing over and over and over again. Scripted,
I can
rehearsed.
take you both off, and you can call him. You want
No,
to do that?
let's finish this first, and we'll do that after the fact. Let's get these questions out of the way.
Chris, listen, you may not like my opinion, but when we got rumors out there if you and I squash these rumors, then they stop being rumors and everybody just looks at the people who are spreading them like they are shit. I was not trying to upset you. I'm trying to squash these stupid rumors that are literally filling up my privatized email address, their inbox with crap. Which is crap. It's not helping find Sebastian, so if it gets squashed, then people will stop. Not everybody. Lord knows there's still going to be stupid people out there. But it will stop. It will, I mean, literally, it will stop.
My report is real
The only thing
simple,
I
Seth.
want is to find Sebastian, Chris, and there are rumors out there that we have to put an end to. You may not like them, but we have to put them into them
Night that
publicly.
criminal.
Because right here, we can end rumors. So people know when I told them to fuck off, if they didn't like it, they know that I meant fuck off because they don't like it.
So stop right there, Seth. Stop. Let me help you with something real quick. You want rumors to die? You want to stop with all the stuff that's coming up and flooding these PI's inbox? How many terabytes do you want of videos where you have gone out there and you've said some very harsh things that should never have come out? You never should have. And now don't take this the wrong way. That is a conversation for
I'm not
later.
here to swing mud.
Let me finish.
There are things that I put out there.
Once again, you can't talk to a fucking log.
Okay, what? Okay,
Chris,
so
Let me finish.
Chris, that's not productive.
It's not. So let me finish.
Such a baby.
You all are playing one-sided here.
no, we're not.
I don't think that's fair.
So then tell Seth when I'm talking, let me finish.
Okay, Seth,
Okay.
let him.
This is literally like third grade. So then tell Seth I'm talking. Let me finish. Okay, Seth, let him talk. This is a step parent.
Finish.
5 wives.
Yes, Seth, please let him finish.
Serial matrimonist.
There's conversations you've had that should have never been out in the public light, and you know it. And because you did that, it started a lot of rumors. Own it, accept it, and move on from it. I told you on Sunday, I supported you. I would be there for you no matter what, how ugly this got. But I'm not going to stand by and watch you disrespect me, my family, my wife, or anybody for that matter.
So I'll be beside you no matter how ugly this gets, but you're not going to talk.
A lot of rumors got started because you went on social media and you opened your mouth and said some things you shouldn't have said. Accept it. I'll show you the videos.
You don't need to show
Now-
me the videos.
Now, in hindsight, that is a conversation you and I need to have offline, away from everybody else, in our own private conversation. You and I, we sit down and we can talk. Literally, Lise, you had people watch us doing it Sunday at that vigil.
Well, I
They
don't
were
think
snapping pictures because they were trying to get some juicy information.
Kathy.
Trish,
So let's answer.
can we move on to the
Let's.
question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's. There's a question here in chat, and I've heard this. And Chris, this is a good one. I'd like to clear up. Is
Okay.
it true that Chris told Seth, "You will find your son at church"?
No.
Okay,
No.
that's
What he stated was if I went to church, maybe I'd find my son.
so. In other words, if you went,
Okay. Chris stated if Seth goes to church, maybe he'd find his son.
and went to church and talked to the Lord. Is that what you were saying, Chris?
Yes, that is what the whole conversation in reference was.
I have a
Not
question for
you go to a church and you'll find
Chris.
it. Who's
Hold
coming up
on,
with that
Seth.
crap?
I'm sorry, Chris, finish. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm talking because why?
Okay.
I understand. I see where people got that,
Right.
but that is a conversation that Seth and I had privately. You know, I'm sorry, but we're not going to sit here and drag certain things into this. It has nothing to do with it. I told Seth, you know, basically we should all go to church. We should pray. That's exactly what it was in reference to.
Understood.
Okay. Chris states that he told Seth that we should all go to church, pray.
Pray. That's exactly what it was in reference to.
That's what it was.
Understood. Seth, go ahead. It's your turn now.
There's better ways to have said it, Chris.
Okay, and that's
For you
semantics.
to think
Let's
that I
not-
don't go to church.
Seth, I didn't say anything about you not
That's
going to church or
semantics.
going to church. Can we
Is
go
that
to the
gonna
next
find
question?
Sebastian?
No, it's not. Can we
Okay.
move to the next question?
All right, thank you.
Okay. How about this? Because you guys have been on here for almost 3 hours, and I really appreciate it. And I do think Chris and Seth need to talk off air. Let's talk about what we do know. We do know, and this is how we started out the live stream. We do
Right.
know that Sebastian was last seen publicly at Texas Roadhouse on Sunday. We know he was seen on camera taking out the garbage at some point.
Sure.
We know
as long as it's
that
respectful.
there is a possibility that the cameras did not pick up Seth leaving the house because it was so dark.
Sebastian.
Actually, Sebastian, not
I'm
Seth.
sorry, what did I say? I'm sorry.
You
I'm so
said
tired.
Seth.
Seth, I'm sorry. You're not missing Seth. You're right here. Sebastian,
I like to be listening.
yeah, I understand. I hear you. Sebastian was not seen, a possibility that Sebastian was not seen leaving the house because it was too dark. Okay. There were certain scent dogs that hit on Sebastian. There were 3 of them that were certain
Okay, hold on.
leaving the house because it was too dark.
Okay.
Be listening.
Yeah, I understand. I hear you. Sebastian was not seen, a possibility that Sebastian was not seen leaving the house because it was too dark.
Okay. They said that earlier.
Okay. There were certain scent dogs that hit on Sebastian. There were 3 of them that went down to the retaining pond. According to Chloe, that retaining pond has been searched.
Oh, Blue Victoria. We're not
actually
taking
been-
calls tonight.
Drained, and it has been walked and searched.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Drained, and it has been walked and searched.
Okay. The drain pond has been walked and searched.
okay. So that's good. I think that's what we know about that night and the, hours before he went missing. I think that's all we know.
Exactly. Then how did they see someone taking out the trash? It was dark. It was definitely dark in February at 7:30.
For certain. Now, I want to ask all of you, what is the
Correct.
next step? Chloe and Heather, I'll go to you 2 first, and then I'll go to the 2
Correct.
gentlemen.
I'm sorry, my dog was barking. What did you say?
That's okay. I said, what is the next step? What is the next step for you? What is the next step for the public? What would you like us to do? What do you think you guys are going to do?
Well, for us
Exactly.
right now, we are really focused on getting Q in. Chloe and I are working on a report and some maps to try to give them an idea of areas that need to be searched or researched. And I think really the next big step is getting us all on the same page and working together.
Mm-hmm.
And even though this is a mess right now, I think this is a huge step in that direction. And I'm hoping that, you know,
Okay.
as I said, Chris.
So let me show you this. Let me show you this real quick. Sunrise, Hendersonville, Tennessee, February 25th, 2024 is 6:23 in the morning. Sunset, 5:37 p.m. It was long past dark. Long past dark when Sebastian was taking out that trash. Way past dark. Way, way, way past dark. So there you go.
Had called me earlier and just right before the show started, and I messaged Chloe and was kind of talking to her about what you guys were going to talk about, because I wanted to, some of the things that he cleared up with me, I wanted to make sure she was aware of.
Yes. It was about 7:30. Let's see here. February. It was a 98.4% full moon. 98.40%. So basically a full moon. Did you hear about body floating in Cumberland River? Yes, Sharon. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Yes, I did. They believe that it's not Sebastian though. It's not Sebastian. Yeah, almost a full moon. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, reaching out to me and then reaching out to you guys on the podcast tonight, I think it's a huge step in the right direction. He's angry, but once we get past that, I think maybe we can all work together and start putting our heads together on where we need to look for Sebastian.
Thank you. Very good. Chris, what would you like to see us do? What do you think?
At this point, keep spreading the flyers, keep keeping his name out there in of good graces, not of in a negative light. Spread the words. If you know something, say something. Don't wait 2 weeks. Don't wait 3 weeks. I told Heather the same thing. There's so many tips that come in weeks later instead of the moment that they come in. When you get these tips, you call 911, you call TBI, you don't call these PIs, you don't call Seth, you don't call us, you just call the law enforcement agency. Keep spreading the flyers, spreading the word, prayers. Trust me, keep the prayer warriors out there. We need them.
Thank you.
And I think, you know, because of all of the noise, people have not been reminded to continuously search their properties. And like I said before, everybody else came on here. There's a lot of really large properties in the area, and the terrain is treacherous in a lot of areas, and things get missed. So I think it's important to like center it back to the local level, first of all, because this has become national, and nationally people are giving their opinions. We need the community to come back together and search their acres and acres of property, because I believe he could be very close to home.
There you
go.
go.
I will say this much, that everything she said is exactly the same thing law enforcement's been pushing. If you're not comfortable searching, Call law enforcement. They, I'm sure, can work in getting a team out there to search the property.
26% clouds. February 25th.
You know, please, everybody that's searching, do not. I can't stress this enough. Please do not just walk on private property without having prior permission. Please.
By the way, there's comments in chat and we're removing them. Chris has been searching. Okay. He has been searching. Just because you don't see him searching, because you personally don't see him, doesn't mean he's not searching. So that needs to stop. Okay. That needs to stop right now.
Okay.
And Seth, what do you feel the final word should be?
I need people to keep the faith. I need people to keep faith that we will find Sebastian. I don't know. I don't know what people's mindset are right now, but it doesn't need to be about me. It doesn't need to be about Chris. It needs to be about Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian is the goal. Sebastian is what is lost. Sebastian is what used to be found.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Poor Seth.
Just whenever he's here for me.
I am so sorry.
My son is missing. I need people to continue with the flyers, as Chris said. PBI has already stated that most of their tips do come in from flyers. I have
Nashville native realtor. They are in Mississippi. Right, it's on the border there. Where in Mississippi is he, guys? Where their little camper is? I forget where it is. I forgot.
Okay.
Lakehorn. It's like
I
15
have
minutes
100% faith
from
that the humanity that still exists out here, that we can come together, heads up, eyes open, see something, say something.
Horn Lake.
Contact FBI, contact TBI, call 911 for your local. Tell them that, you think you just saw the missing child from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Get them on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. At the same point in time, if you feel that they're not doing it, you just fix it. Law enforcement is short-handed.
Yeah.
All it takes for evil things to exist is good men do nothing. And that's good females too. I'm not, it's just for evil to exist and continue is good people they do nothing.
Right.
Don't fall into the simplicity. On your way to work, on your way to the corner store, on your way to Walmart, you might see my son.
Absolutely
you might
right.
see him, and I need you to say something. I need you to call 911 immediately. If you're not in Sumner County, I need you to call 911. After you call 911, call TBI, so that way they know that 911 has already been called. I have found that law enforcement groups do not communicate with each other, and I don't mean this as a negative, but I mean this as a Facebook lead came through, and I called Lebanon, which is here in Tennessee, and they didn't even know that my son was missing.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I will second that with Seth. There's a lot of people out there that don't know locally.
Right. They don't communicate, and they need to. They absolutely need to.
Well, I'm not saying communicating. I'm just agreeing that he is saying that there's a lot of folks.
Not everybody gets the information that is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody forgets to do a pass down, and the next officer on duty doesn't get the information that he needs.
All right, no worries.
So he doesn't even know. It's not his fault. The the officer before him could have been working a 16, or have even been working more than a 16, which is illegal. But we still have to have law enforcement out there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I just need everybody to work together. The rumors are killing it. The rumors are killing people's time. And that's the one thing Sebastian doesn't have.
Right.
Oh wow.
So if you've already called TV,
Tar, your blood pressure was that high? Damn, girl. I'm glad it's good now, though. Woo, you probably feel a lot better.
with your information, but you think it might be a rumor if you heard it from Joe Blow down the fucking road, you're not helping find my son. You're part of the problem.
So would I.
People out there listening that are doing the death threat.
Chris, I know you're watching. I will meet you in Nashville. I'll meet you in Memphis. I'll meet you at Horn Lake, wherever you want to do an interview. I'll be very respectful. Come on.
I don't see you at my door.
What's wrong with Fluffy? What's wrong with Fluffy? What's wrong with Fluffy?
You're going to sit there and pick on people. You're a coward. You are a coward. And if somebody has my son, understand that I love him. And I need him back.
Mm-hmm.
I need him back. Not that I want him back. It's I need. Because my life has stopped. Because
Seth.
my son is not here.
Thank you, Miranda.
And I find it hard to function.
Can you ladies get him
a
a hold
regular life without my son here?
I'm too fat for him to carry.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Seth.
What did you say? Go ahead, Chris.
Right. Seth, I know what you're doing and I understand the plea, but hang tight, man. You and I need to get off this panel. You, me, Katie, PIs need to get on a phone call.
Absolutely.
Not on here. Our message is simple. Find Sebastian, you see it, you say something, you call it in. Don't
Oh, I'm sorry.
don't go down this track, man. Don't.
Been there, done that.
I'm looking out for you. Don't.
Can I just say one thing? I don't want to ever discourage people from reaching out with information that they think might be pertinent. Now, getting the same tip 100 times from everybody on social media, just sending the screenshot. Did you see this? And we've already seen it 500 times. I mean, that's a little excessive, but I don't ever want people to think like, oh, this might not be important, because that might be the one tip that actually was important.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a different message to send. I don't want anybody to feel discouraged. Please reach out to us. Please reach out to TBI. Do not keep anything silent because you don't think it's important.
And I wanted to reiterate, like I get a ton of messages, and even if I do not respond to you, that doesn't mean I haven't looked at it, and that doesn't mean I'm not looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
So please, I mean, I get them on Twitter, I get them on Facebook, I get them in my emails. If I don't respond, it's not because I'm ignoring you. We are vetting things that we know are probably nothing.
Right.
But we're still vetting them.
I mean, that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's regardless of how everybody out there feels about me personally, regardless. Let me help everybody with something, and this might help you understand where we're all standing. There are some folks out there that have children, and I would like for you to take your step back, and you can look.
They
Go
really
look at
were.
your children. You get to look at
They
them.
really were natural.
You get to hug them. You get to give them kisses every night. You get to say, I love you, and all the fun jazz that you get to do.
Nope.
Right now, there
Sure
are
won't.
3 parents that cannot do that right now to one child. One. Regardless of how you feel about me, because I can tell you now, I'm not the most liked person in the world, and I'm perfectly okay to accept that. But if your heart's in the right place and
Good
you're
night,
doing this for the
Kalina.
right reasons, it's not about me. It's not about Seth. This ain't about Katie. This is about 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, our son. And all I'm asking for y'all is to please tone everything down, focus on the positive, keep pushing the message out there. And trust me, when we find Sebastian, when he comes home,
Yep.
let the party begin. But that's all we're going to ask of y'all is please just keep spreading the word and be supportive and just keep pushing Sebastian. That's all we're going to ask.
Thank you. Seth, any final
Why weren't
words?
you good to him when you had him,
No,
Okay.
Chris?
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for coming tonight. I apologize for the rude comments in chat. Our mods were deleting them as quickly as possible. Those people disgust me. They're not welcome here. And
Thank you so much, Trish. If this had to happen publicly as it did, I'm really glad it happened here.
well, and again,
Because I'll tell you something, Mohawk. I believe the word narcissist is way overused. Way overused. But I believe it fits very well into Chris. Very well into Chris. People call people narcissist all the time. It doesn't even have meaning anymore. You know what I mean? But I think he fits it pretty well. Yep, don't forget the baby aspirin. Don't forget the baby aspirin. Well, I think we got all of them. We learned something on this, which is very interesting for those of you that missed it. Chris said, Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else. Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else. Well, Monday through Friday. Well, that means Saturday and Sunday, you're not working, Chris. So where were you on Saturday and Sunday? Betcha it wasn't in Memphis. Betcha it wasn't. Guys, I'm telling you, that makes me... I don't know. Katie needs to start talking something she hasn't done. Chris answers all of her questions. And he talks, as we've all known, he talks like he was there. He talks like he was there. So shady. Left Memphis on Friday, arrived home. Thank you, Nashville. Appreciate it. They found a, yeah, in the Cumberland River, but it's I'm sorry that they found someone, but it is not Sebastian. He says, we're a working family Monday through Friday, just like everyone else. And on the weekend, that's when we get a lot of stuff done. I think so, Tar. 1 second. And what did the neighbor say? that he that sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. That Chris comes home on the weekends and works. This is one of Tar's little babies. Tar's been in the hospital. She wants to see her little kitties. This is one kitties. And this is her little baby one that I think she rescued. Little boo eyes. Yeah, I think there's a lot of bodies, it seemed like, on the Cumberland River. Yeah. Justin, you see, I didn't see that I knew that they were getting a new puppy. I knew that they were getting a puppy. He was picking it up at the airport. Wanda, I've sent stuff. I have. We're working on it. Working on it. Yeah. We're buying another dog. Buying a third dog. I've never seen anybody. I've never seen anybody be ready to get an animal or anything while their son is missing. Right in the heat of it. Your clip, did you text it to me? If you didn't, but yeah, he was saying, I don't know, like a week or so ago that he was getting another dog. Oh, I'm not, I probably got it, Jude, but I've got so many emails. When did you email it? Let me see. I don't know when you emailed it, dear. Yesterday. Let me look real quick. Yesterday was what? The 2nd? I don't see it. Oh, hold on. Maybe this is. Is it a clip? Hey, Jude, is it a clip?
on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed. Now, mind you, we stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed.
Is that it? Let me see. Okay. There's that one. Very lengthy. Mom started falling asleep. So Queen Bee.
Bunch of traitors.
Traitorous dogs.
They're loving up on Mama. They know she needs it right now. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they. When I'm not home, she just lets them sleep in the bed. I can. Y'all are.
Yep. Yep. I knew that. I knew that because they've said it before. They've said it before. When I'm not home, she lets them sleep in the bed. Yep. Yep. Chris, I've heard. I knew that when Chris isn't home, he lets them sleep in the bed. Why did Chris tell him to put them in their cage then?
They bunch of traitors.
Traitorous dogs.
They're loving up on Mama. They know she needs it right now. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they. When I'm not home, she just lets them sleep in the bed. I can. Y'all are.
Yep. When I'm not home, she lets them sleep in the bed. Sure does. Sure does.
Now, mind you, we stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dog.
So it was very lengthy. So Chris called at 9:46 or 9:48. Said it was very lengthy. Mom started falling asleep on the couch. Huh. Yep. That's exactly right. Exactly, Thomas. Exactly. Why? At the beginning of that, it says Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. and she fell asleep at 10 p.m. Then Chris told her around 12 to go to bed. I heard that interview today. Really studying on the phone, sleeping. Yep, exactly, Misty. There's so much of this that does not make sense. And I will never believe that a 15-year-old autistic child walked out barefooted between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. and it would have to be closer to midnight, even if he did, and nothing on a security system, not a scent, not a footprint, nothing, without a jacket, and is out of a 5-mile radius. Get over it. No sighting, no scent, not a coat, not a shoe, nothing. And that's the problem. People's like, well, you don't have any evidence to judge. That's the whole fucking point. There's nothing. There's nothing. If there was one of those things, you could say, oh, well, still a little weird, but they did have a scent. Maybe a camera didn't get him, but there's a scent. There's a footprint. No evidence is evidence. Yeah. And what mother, what parent, you hear a thud and you don't check your kid's room? Listen, in my opinion, they're not going to waste their time and energy looking for someone where they know where he is. Why would they? Why would they? It's craziness. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Really, really do appreciate your time. We got this finally done this evening. So thank you all. Appreciate you. Found some good stuff here tonight. Thank you, Thrift Mama. Love you too. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Henya. Good night, niece. Good night. Thank you, Luma Sunshine. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Take good care of yourself. Sharon, Scorpio, Vivian, Jude, Rach, Jen, Ren, Miss T, thank you. Triangel Mohawk, baby kisses. Good night, everyone. God bless you, Bama. Pink, thank you so much. All right, guys. Good night, Thomas. Love you too. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be early afternoon tomorrow, probably 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern, probably no later than 3 p.m. All right, guys. Good night. Love you. God bless.